The seasons change, we remain. Introducing the Art for Change podcast gang. The intellectual Mr. Sapiosexual. That's all you gotta do, be you. Montana Cobain pulling up in the truck. And Lady Alba with the glamorous power touch. We stream live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Soulful Sunday, Motion Monday, and Therapeutic Thursday. And some days in between, switch it. Subscribe and bell on so you don't miss it. But if you do, we on repeat on every major podcast application. Interviews galore and more. Y'all know the situation. So book your seat where we turn up the heat with your Art for Change.
Yes, y'all. And we are live. What's going on, art enthusiasts and change makers? Yes, man. It's another episode of Art for Change podcast. Today is Soulful Sunday, and I am your host, Mr. Sapiosexual, and my co-host in the building.
You already know it's your boy BU, because that's all you gotta motherfucking do. We out here.
Yes. Hey, and we got welcome back, Original Ed up in the house. What's going on, brother Ed?
Trying to be original.
I love it. Montana Cobain in the cut, chilling, man.
You know where I be at, because that's where I'm at.
Yes. Lady Alva, queen of the show. What's going on, Lady Alva?
What's going on? Nothing much. I is here. Chilling.
Yes. All right. As we typically do. Man, how was everybody's weekend, man? We'll go right in the panel. Everybody can just go one by one.
I had a good weekend. We went out Friday. It was a better weekend than last weekend. Y'all know what happened last weekend. Hey, y'all know what happened to the last security guards. But yeah, it was a good weekend. We only went out for like 2 hours, came home, chilled with the fellas in the backyard, watched some comedy while we, smoke our weed. But yeah, yesterday it was chill, and I just got done grocery shopping and everything, so we're good.
Yes.
My turn?
Yeah, Original Ed, man. How was your weekend, brother? Man, no. You gotta tell us how you been, bro. You ain't been on a couple of shows, man.
Let's talk about the weekend before he do that.
All right. Yeah. My turn. How was your weekend?
My weekend was it was straight. It was good. I seen protests all day yesterday when I was at work. They were marching. It was about 1,000 Caucasians, and
wow.
they were protesting Trump, the war in Iran, and abortion. I was just going off the signs I was seeing.
Right.
Like, I think the best sign I seen was it was a lady. She had a Frenchie inside like a little stroller, and then the sign said, "Yeah, he's neutered, but he's got bigger nuts than Trump," or some shit like that. Well, that shit took me the fuck out. But yeah, they were marching and they were protesting. It kind of pissed me off in a sense because the police ain't want to let me through to go deliver. I'm like, sir, my delivery is like right there. Well, I can't let you through. If I let you through, you gotta find your own way out. Well, fuck it, duh. I'm not about to run over a crowd of people, even though I get it. People been running over, protests and shit like that. But that ain't me. But besides that, I had a straight weekend.
Understood. Man, I didn't know they was cutting up and protesting like that about that. I didn't know it was people that was that against the war and the actions of the government currently. To the point that they would protest. People, everybody voiced their opinion, but to see them actually out here demonstrating.
I seen the video. They were deep as hell.
Yeah, Lady Alva, man, how was your weekend, love?
Oh, my weekend was, the same old routine. Saturday chores and exercise and walk with my dog. That's a daily routine. Although because I was sick, she hasn't been on schedule. I haven't been on schedule for her like that. But
Right.
the weekend definitely jumped back into it very well. Um, what else? I'm doing some writing. I'm writing actually 2 books, so that's taking a lot of my time and concentration too. And I'm literally
Not
feeling
one, but two.
yeah, wind up too. It started off a manuscript, then it's going into a thesis and not academic thesis. Um, so yeah, 2 books, and I'm really feeling things I've watched and how, or you read about where writers go off to somewhere in solitude themselves so they can
Yes.
get the literature out of the brain.
Hmm.
And I'm in my room like that, just
Yes.
focused and writing. It's quite exhausting, it can be, and it's really heavy too, because it's my life
Mm.
testimony. So
Yes. Yes.
yeah, but it's going well. I'm enjoying it at the same time.
Respect. Well, um, all blessings to all your endeavors and everything that you got going on.
Thank you.
Push,
Appreciate
push,
that.
pushing it back to the original Ed. Um, Ed before he was the original Ed, he was Mad Hatter Marshall on the show. So just for people who do not know, that is the same person. So now he is the original Ed, and this is what we calling him now. You know what I'm saying? New and improved. Brother, how have you been, man?
Things have been rocky, but I've been pushing through,
Yes, sir.
Mm.
taking
Totally
it day
understand.
by day. I've
Yes,
been
sir.
doing as good as a man can do.
Hey, I love it. I love it. Sounding a lot. I hear a lot of optimism in your voice, man. I love that.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Like the skies are brightening.
yes.
I love it, brother. I love it. Look good, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's good to be back.
Yes, man. Good. Yes, man. Everybody's in the place to be. I love it. I love it. All right, so we got some questions for the people to answer and to bring
Hey,
into
how was your
discussion.
weekend?
How was my weekend? Oh man, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
y'all. I'm sorry, man. And my
Come
weekend was
on now.
good.
Come on.
I worked yesterday. I fell asleep on y'all. We were supposed to do a show yesterday. I asked everybody about topics. Had all intentions on doing the show. I put my snake in some little treatment, and then fell asleep on the snake and y'all. Woke up and felt like a bad snake on the neck. I was like, oh shit.
I think it worked out for everybody. Everybody's like, all right, we figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
And
bad.
for me, not figured, BU. I was feeling like because I was tired, really, really, really tired, and I said I don't think I'm gonna go on. And I was thinking about texting that to y'all, but I said no, I'm gonna just wait, see, maybe I'll push through. And then that came up in the text, so I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that works. Mhm.
Yeah, man. I mean, the older we get, man, we can try to do so much, but like we have said on a show before, sometimes that rest does catch up to you. You know.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But Missy, did you see? I put in the chat. I said, because I'm evaluating myself, and then with you have your snakes now to deal with. You got your job, your snakes, and then whatever else. You got a new task, a new
Yeah,
hobby, or
yeah,
a new thing that you're doing. So
yeah. New responsibility. Absolutely.
yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
so your
Hmm.
rest is different or has to be different. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? You got to balance it out. And then you
yes,
got, it's a lot.
yeah. I mean, and not for nothing, I got you, brother. Excuse me. And not for nothing, we also are content creators, so
Right.
when we're not working, we're still working, we're
Yes.
making content, we're downloading, we're learning, we're
Yes.
having to stay on top of certain trends and information just so that we can deliver it to the people, so like
Mhm.
even when we're not working, we working,
Yes.
when we're
Mhm.
not physically working, saying there's things still going on. And me, I got a lot of what's the things called? I got a lot of sticks in the fire, if you will. You know what I mean? So, I'm trying to be a content creator from different perspectives. I'm doing the content creating for the podcast. I'm doing content creating for the poetry. I'm doing content creating for the snakes. You know what I mean? So I'm staying. I'm having to learn information and take care of these. I have to learn information for the podcast, and I have to learn information in the poetry world. So I'm constantly developing and learning, and then on top of that, I got to on top of the development world too, because that's my sector that I make my money in. So
yeah, because the other night when I went on your live with the snakes on YouTube,
TikTok,
right?
Yes, ma'am.
TikTok. I'm sorry, and I looked at the time. I said, "Well, how long he gonna be on here? When does he go to sleep?" Because I'm thinking, don't he got to work tomorrow morning? Like what?
Yeah, man. Giving the people what they want,
Yeah.
I got a routine that I feed the snakes now on live. I have a following now. Generally be between 1,000, 2,000 views between every showing. Not adding concurrent, but throughout the entirety of the show. So I'm keeping it going, man. I mean, when things are moving, you just got to kind of, stay with it. Yeah, and I got a new attraction that I think is going to also, bring a lot of attention out whenever I bring him out. Saying I should have had him out this show. I may go get him before the show's over.
No, I want you to bring him out this show.
Yeah. He's nice.
Yeah, bring out Casanova. Yeah. Yeah, Casanova is definitely going to be a hit for my snake brand. Absolutely.
Nice.
For sure, man. Well, we got some things popping, man, and we're gonna discuss that later too. But taking risks in success, man. What are some of the biggest professional or personal risks that you've taken, and how have they shaped your journey? Moving right into the type of questions, you know what I mean?
Biggest risk I took, which Montana can agree with, and you, mister, is hit the road. Hit the road, because obviously we got to be away from family, and we can't always see them every day. Which when you go from seeing your family every day to not seeing them, a lot of things changes. So and then to be honest, you feel like a stranger when you go back, or it's like a stranger to your home when you go back, and it's like, hey, I'm the fucking boss here. But shit different when I come home,
Yeah.
We used to operate like this.
Yeah, you gotta almost fall in line.
Yeah, I gotta pick up on their routine, because I don't want to change that because I'm gonna leave again.
Yes, sir.
So it's but that's something I have to learn. I'm still learning that because I'm still doing it. So it's that's that. But doing that, I learned more. I met new people, networking, and all of that, just to take care of my family even more. So, yeah, it's a gift and a curse.
Yes, sir. It's definitely can be a gift and a curse, because on one end you're providing and doing everything you can financially to make sure that your family is took care of, but then the other end of that is the sacrifices, things that you miss out on, or the time that your family has to be away from you in order for you to be able to supply that type of financial cushion and covering. Absolutely. The original Ed, man, what are some of the biggest professional or personal risks that you've taken, and how have they shaped your journey, brother?
Putting my life on the line.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
When you put your life on the line and everything, it kind of shapes how you go about everyday life.
Yes. And he's talking about his military, right? Your military background. Yeah. Man, getting on them boats is a risk itself. You don't never know what's gonna happen on that ship.
Not just the boats.
Right.
And when you hit land.
And when you hit land. Boots on ground. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, absolutely. Man, a little birdie told me that my man may have some awards to be honored in his name here in the near.
We'll keep that a little quiet for now because
Respect, brother. We respect. You
Wait,
gotta keep it. You gotta keep. You got. Hey, look. When you know, you know. My
but the
boy said,
background, sir.
"Hey, listen. My man said he don't want the people to know just yet. So hey, you gotta keep it on the hush and hush. All right. You know what I'm saying.
Excuse me.
In due time, the information will be leaked. Montana Cobain.
Hmm.
What are some of your biggest professional or personal risks that you've taken, and how have they shaped your journey, brother?
Uh, Personal risk would be me jumping off the porch
Yes, sir.
and becoming a street pharmacist.
Yes, sir.
That can go a few ways. Can give you
Mm,
jail time, death, or you can become successful. Well,
mhm.
I'm not even gonna say successful. You can make money out of it because I don't know not one successful drug dealer.
Yes, sir.
Um, that was a big risk because that comes with a lot of stuff, man. Heat from the police, heat from
Mm,
haters, envious
mm,
people, the
mm.
robbers. And, I'm a small stature guy,
Yes.
so what I'm saying that definitely played a factor in the wolves' eyes, shall I say? Um, Professionally, anytime I get behind the wheel of that damn truck, that's a risk
Yes, sir.
because I can't account for the others, the other people in traffic. I can't account for them to pay attention. I can't account for them not to be on their phone, them not to run red lights, all type of stuff. And
not to tailgate you.
you know what I mean? Not to try to break check me for an insurance check, all type of stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
that's the biggest professional risk I take.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. Hopping in that seat every day is a risk. Respectfully,
Mhm.
Lady Alva. What are some of
Uh,
your biggest professional or personal risks that you've taken,
mhm.
and how have they shaped your journey?
Going public with my status, HIV status. Although I didn't look at it, I didn't think about it when I decided to do it as risk, but
Yes.
it is risque actually now with this question. I'm thinking about it and understanding it that way because I didn't know what the response would be,
Right.
you know, towards me personally. If those who know me and
Mm.
didn't know, that not necessarily those who are in my everyday or regular social life, but and then just those who don't know me because it's public through the internet, through content, um so
Yeah.
yeah. um how it has impacted significant impact on my success. Well, I see the success in it. I wear the success in it, you
Yeah.
know um because I didn't get any negative responses like that. I had in the beginning some trolls. That's I didn't know. I learned the word, but I'm like, look at what these people are saying. I don't know them from Adam, but because I believe I started on Facebook with it, and she said, "Ma, those are trolls." But those trolls that have all these things to say about HIV, and people living with it that are negative. But that's it was just a little bit, and that was that. But furthermore, it drew me into just continuing doing more and more. And as y'all know, I'm not just putting it out there myself. It's the advocacy for women to embrace other women that are living with HIV and positively.
Mm.
And those that aren't, if you know someone, which probably everybody knows someone in their family or a friend that is living positively with HIV, or maybe not positively with HIV, but hopefully they are living positively with them. So
Right.
all those little components are success factors for me when it shows up that way. Um, from that, it's also propelled me into other things, more writing. It propelled me into gaining a seat on this show, Art for Change. you know, so that's another part of the success component. More recently is writing. I'm writing 2 books, and the manuscript and a thesis, a non-academic thesis. So that is my testimony. It is my experiential testimony, um, me and God. And it feels really, really heavy writing it, although really, really joyful at the same time,
Mhm.
because it's not a testimony. I carry it, but as time goes on, like you don't remember it verbatim, if you will. But now that
Right.
I'm writing it, and as I'm writing out the pieces, then I'm adding the experience is like right here with me, present. Like wow. So it feels really heavy. And sometimes I'm shedding tears, about it. And then I'm looking at God like, wow. So that right there is a major for me, what I feel a major success because I'm getting that out of me and I hope to eventually, once it's all finished, share it with the world and maybe publish. Um, and I think that that's going to propel me now into another um space in my life. What's the word I'm looking for? Like I'm
Realm
kind of
of
this.
possibilities.
Yeah, possibly, or yeah, and a lighter place too for myself.
Yes.
Because I'm
Better
releasing
space.
something that I've been carrying.
So be
And
put you in a better space mentally,
yes, yes, yes. So that's it for me. Hmm.
respectfully. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Professional would be probably similar to Montana. I mean, when I get in my machine every day, that is a super risk. I drive around heavy equipment. I pick up heavy loads and carry them suspended all over the site. I drive around through rough terrains, and sometimes I've been in positions where even though I'm in this heavy piece of machinery that is equipped to carry this load, when something happens with the terrain, that alters, what I'm saying, the power or the center of gravity with this machine. And I've been in situations where I flipped the machine, and had I been ignorant and not like some other people to wear my seatbelt, I could have ended really bad. Or had I been an amateur when I flipped these pieces of equipment, I could have died. So driving my machine every day, working on an industrial power plant, walking through them solar panels, is extremely risky every day. So the professional, probably my job is my biggest uh, risk that I do every day, working on an industrial solar power plant, um, and being a heavy equipment operator. In my personal life, probably starting this podcast was pretty risky. Um, Stepping on stage to do slam poetry in an area that people are not familiar with seeing you, that was risky. Um, shit, owning reptiles to some people make it be considered risky. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Especially on an adult reptile. When I first got started, the whole reason why I wanted to get the babies was because I wanted to have the snakes grow up with me, and so I could be comfortable with handling, a larger snake. So for me to jump out there and buy an adult snake, that was probably pretty risky too.
Yeah, the adult snake you just got is will he squeeze you? Like is how strong is it?
So a ball python can
That's a good
can can
question.
can squeeze up to about 5 pounds of pressure. So nothing that I can't pull off me.
5 pounds, you said.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. The Now, a boa constrictor is 3 times the strength of a python. So,
Mm,
a boa constrictor, the same size of that ball python, will be 3 times stronger.
mm.
But like
Yeah.
I was telling you before, 5 pounds is big enough to break a wrist.
Yes,
Break a
he did say
wrist.
that. He did
Oh,
say that.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it only takes
Oh
five
yeah.
pounds of pressure to break a wrist.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh.
sir.
Yeah.
It's that when you think about constriction, that pounds is way different from the pounds as weight is associated.
Right.
Like when you think about, constricting something, that them pounds like bite force and all that shit, it's totally different. It's a different ball game. But
Yeah.
my boy ain't got them big boy snakes yet. We're gonna keep him away
Nah,
from them. We're
nah.
gonna keep him away from them man eaters.
Yeah,
Stay
yeah.
away from
I
them
don't.
man eaters.
I don't think I would actually own a man eater. The closest thing that I would get is probably a carpet jungle python, which they are slim, but they do get long. And
Mm-hmm.
I may end up getting a boa, but if I get a boa, it would be a BCI. That way, I won't have to worry about it getting over 13 foot. You know, the BCCs can get all the way up to 13, 15 foot. I don't think I want an animal that can risk eating a toddler or something. So
Yeah. Or your
even
dog. Shit,
even
you never
even
know.
even though that's not in their nature, you know what I mean. But still,
Mhm.
I don't want. I don't. I don't feel fearful to leave the room and my son holding the little ball python in his hand. I'm gonna feel a
Mm.
little bit. I would never leave the room unattended with a reticulated or Burmese with a toddler in the room. That's
Yes.
Mhm.
not good advice.
Mhm.
So that's the difference. Yeah, that's the difference. Um, we're gonna jump through some of these. It says, "What roles does fear play in your decision making when processing? Excuse me, when the processing considering a significant risk. When you process a significant risk, what is role does fear play in that?"
I mean, you never know what's gonna happen, and it depends on like your situation at the moment. Like, can
Mhm.
I take this risk?
Right.
Like, how would this if this risk does not work out? How much would it hurt me? Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
What's necessary ain't always what's right.
What's necessary is not always just right. Absolutely. Does fear play a role in that? The original Ed?
Exactly. What you're doing is necessary, but it doesn't make it
Right.
what you're
It
That's
doesn't
doing
right.
doesn't make
doesn't
it
make
right.
it right. So you're
Yes.
putting fear and things in jeopardy. But
Hmm.
you're
Tenfold.
doing what necessary ain't always doing what's right.
Yes, sir. I love it. Montana.
Mhm.
What we on question 4?
5.
That's enough.
Oh,
Thank you,
five.
Montana. I'm wondering.
What are some lesser known consequences of achieving success that people should be aware of? Um,
No, no, no. 5.
that is 5.
Uh-huh.
Are we talking about the balance, the desire for of success with the fear of failure?
Yeah, that's four. Yeah. Hmm.
That's the question. So we on 4. We on bro man from the 4th floor, 5th floor.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
fifth flow.
Fifth flow.
He said five, but he meant four. He brought there. Hey,
Oh
take it
yeah,
easy.
all right, bro man, bro
Mr.
man,
Take Lane.
Sapio, bro. Huh?
Oh, I see. It looked different
No.
on y'all. That's what it is.
Yeah, you said a what too, I think at the beginning. I was looking
I
for the
don't know.
question too, but it says how. And I think it
he
is
Oh.
mi- he
worded a
makes
little.
he makes two on together. It's all good.
But
He sent us the trick, the mock, or the trick questions or something. So,
No, 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 no. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
for me, I guess I would say sometimes you gotta take risks to receive the reward. So
Yeah.
I mean, Rome wasn't built overnight, and neither were the rest of these big things. So Aaliyah said it best: first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. But I just say, don't be consumed in your failure though.
Right. Respect. Lady Alva.
I had two parts to this question. You just take a leap of faith and do it. If you have the desire, you believe in the desire that lives in you, just go for it. Because what is failure? I say there is no failure. It's just the act of going for something. If it didn't work out, then hey, you pick yourself up and you go again. You learn from it. So is it really failure? Nah.
Right.
I forgot my second part.
I think failure is a personal opinion of it's personal.
Right.
That's what I think.
Hmm.
But
How do
what
you
do they
balance?
say about fear? Fear stands for face everything and run, or what's the other part? Face everything in. I can't remember what the last R is. It's face everything and run, and face everything in something else.
I don't know.
I've
Yeah.
only I've only heard the acronym for fear being used as false evidence appearing real.
Right. Right.
Oh, I heard it as face everything and run, or face everything in. And I forgot what the R is on this second one, but it's a complete opposite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My second part to that is because I literally experienced, because with my body being so sick and I couldn't work, then I could get back to work, then I wound up in a car accident, different injuries compiled on top of all of that.
Right.
So like, can I get back into my career, and do what I do? And I had some fear sitting in that, because if I get back into my career, I don't want to fail at it. I want to do what I know how to do, like I
Right.
used to do, you know. But what it projected me into was, well, I have to find something else to do. Accept it and don't look at it as a failure. But it did sit like that with me for a minute. But it's not because it's nothing I could do about it when the body is sick for whatever reasons, and or broken down for whatever reasons. So you just choose something else to do.
Right.
Dig deep and see what else you can do, whether it be new or a new project or new something from you, or something of the old that you stopped doing or you thought about doing, had it and never did it. And there
Right.
you go.
Let me ask you guys, do you think success fundamentally changes you? And why not?
Success, yeah, I could it changes you. It changes some people for the worse. Woo. The success, bring a beast out of them. Um, but I think it should change you, and it does change us. For me, I wanted to always sit and just comfortable in me, congratulatory in me, and just to understand that the heighten of success, the levels of success, what it brings to you, and and which is educating for yourself, awareness for yourself. It could give you more belief in yourself, more knowing about yourself as you're striving and being successful in whatever that thing is or things that you're doing.
Mm.
It can
Yeah.
give you it can give you
Ex-
something to pour outwardly too, and not just keep it to yourself, to others.
well, and not only that, also to add, it builds confidence because
Hmm.
when you're trying something, you're not confident. You're nervous about it. Like, which is being nervous is good, but it
Right.
builds confidence. Which once you're confident and you achieve that goal, you make another goal. Now
Yeah.
you're confident. You're like, I did that. Like that got me here. Now this gonna get me
Yeah.
there.
Right.
And that changes the rooms you sit in
Yeah.
because now you're around more confident, successful people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little add on, BU here, you meet Lady Alva, because I was confident and nervous. I was always confident, but nervous as crap.
Mm-hmm.
I have to quote Uncle Ben from Spider Man: with great power comes great responsibility.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
Absolutely. So true.
Mm-hmm.
Montana.
You know, my bad, man. I'm over here being a fact here.
Nah, you good,
Um,
brother.
what we at?
Number 7. Do you think success fundamentally changes who you are? Why or why not?
Yeah, it does. Because once you become successful, whether it be um successful at winning a race, successful at playing a sport, successful at achieving large amounts of money,
Mhm.
you want to do whatever the fuck you did to do that again and
To
to keep it
recover.
coming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And also, like Lady Alba said, it can change some people for the worse. You know what I mean? It's all about the character. But I feel like with that, everybody be like, money change people, da da da. Make them money. I be feeling like with that sometimes maybe that's just really who that person was from the beginning. It just took some money for it to show.
Right.
Um, but
I
yes, it
agree.
does. It does change. It does change people. Their fundamental. It changes their way of thinking. Not only just that, but it changes your way of thinking. Of like, okay, I'm a successful artist now. You know what I'm saying? I can't be doing anything or hanging out with certain crowds that's gonna mess up what I got going on. That's gonna cause me to lose everything I work hard for.
Right.
So yeah, back on mute. This Philly cheesesteak hitting.
And
That boy eating.
boy, he is. You got a rebuttal for that, or you would just piggyback off Lady Alva, BU?
Nah, I ain't got no rebuttal for that. Nope.
Okay,
I agree.
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, the sacrifices that were made for the type of successes that have everybody have reached, was those sacrifices justified? Would you say?
Yes.
Mm,
I say yeah and no.
I say both too. Yeah, I had to think, and I say both. Well, you can go first, Montana.
I say yeah and no because I had to sacrifice a lot of time away from home
Hmm.
and a lot of time away from my children.
Yes,
And I missed a lot of things. I missed a lot of
important milestones.
important, what I'm saying, milestones, birthdays. I missed the birth of my second child. Um, what I'm saying? And I say this with confidence, but I feel like with my oldest son, like he ain't no, he not. How can I say this? He not a pushover. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna try. I'm trying not to use no profanity right now with this statement because he's a child. But he's not. You guys know where I'm going with this. He's not a pushover. But I feel like if I would have been here every day, some of that itch assness
Yeah,
would not be so present. You know what I
right,
mean?
right, 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 right.
Um, so that's kind of like where I feel like, damn, like I sacrificed that time because when I first, boy, that car sound like it's about to blow up. But when I first got into trucking, what I'm saying, that was his years of actually,
Developing.
yeah,
Yeah,
developing. You know what I mean? He was like what 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing it, excuse me, for the last 7 years with me just coming out the road 6 months ago. So it's like, missing all that. So yeah.
being that you said that, if any one of us can go back in time and change some of the decisions that we made regarding the risks that we've taken, would anybody do anything different, and what would that be?
Yes. Yes. I would have put the fucking weed down, took my ass to the military. But no, I wanted to keep smoking weed. And my damn I had a set date to leave and everything. I think we talked about this on one of the shows.
Yeah.
I had a set date to leave, you know what I'm saying, riding in the car with somebody, and they couldn't take their own charge, which ended up, costing me my chance. Well, I ain't gonna blame it on nobody else. I'm blaming it on myself, because if I would actually put the weed down when
You
I
wouldn't have been in that
originally,
situation,
I
right?
would have never been in that situation. I would have already left for basic training. But me continuing to push the date back, because I'm not finna go out there and give y'all no hot piss, you know what I'm saying? It was, yeah. But that for me, that's probably the only thing that I would change. And the reason being is because I always wanted to be a Joe. And two, just the lifetime benefits, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I know people got bad stories with military, people don't get paid, or they're not getting 800% or how much they're trying to get from the VA. But when I look at my father's story and other men, like A Boogie's father, and so on and so on, who did have a very successful military career, um, the first of the month, that thing gonna hit, and them all them straight. They do what the fuck they want to do in life.
And
You
that's
know what I mean?
yeah, that
So
shit hitting.
you know what I mean. So it's like, So I kind of look at that, but that's probably about the only thing I would change.
And bills on auto pay. They ain't even got to pay their bills. It's on auto pay
It's an auto
because
pay.
they
Auto
know it's
drive.
there.
We know it's coming. Yeah. Any original way that you would do different looking back now, if you could go back?
I know I missed a lot when I was gone. Holidays, I was gone for birthdays, my sister's whole high school career, and everything like that. But as far as risks, I can't say I would go back and change them, because I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Say so. Yes, sir.
I
Yes, sir.
agree with Marshall with that because I don't think I would change anything
I'm
because like
sure, like, I would like hold on to the railing before I fell down the stairs, but like, or make sure I wore like the right shoes so I didn't slip on ice or something like that, or I made sure I like didn't go over the handlebars on my bicycle. I'm sure, like, things like that. But
Right.
like, as far as everything else, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you guys if things were different. So I don't really want to say that I would change much.
Respect that. Go ahead, B.
I wouldn't change. Yeah, I wouldn't change much at all because my mistakes got me to where I am now.
Mm,
But all my decisions got me to here. And had I not made the decision to move to Florida, I wouldn't have the kids that I have now.
right.
And but yeah, I probably need to make some more mistakes to level up actually, because when I fuck up, I retaliate and I'm like, damn, I gotta get my shit together, and then I just do better. But every time I fuck up, I talk to me, I talk to myself, and I'm like, hey, we gotta get out of this. We gotta do better, and it always elevated. Maybe not year after year, but every 2 years, every 3 years, it's elevating. So I wouldn't change much at all. Like even with like the baby not being mine, I wouldn't change that because I wouldn't be here. Like shit
Right.
like that. Like
Right.
it is what it is. You roll with the punches and you keep going.
Respect. Lady Ava, if you can go back and change decisions regarding risk taking in your life, would you? What would they be?
Can I ask you what the first question was first, though? Because you did one question and you asked another after that.
What you mean?
Then was it what sacrifices have you made for success, and do you feel they are justified? What? No, did I?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you. I think so to answer that one first, if you will, my sacrifices that I made and were they justified? I say yes, they were. I have to be comfortable in my choices. I have to accept my choices. Else, why am I? Why did I make the choice? Whether I made it foolishly or I made it through wisdom. I have to accept my choice. And because out of everything, something positive can come out of it, you know. So I can't change. What's the thing? I can't change the things that I can't change. How does it go? I had the saying. It's part of what they say in sobriety too.
Control the things you cannot change and
Yeah.
understanding the difference between the two.
Yes, something like that. So, I kind of sit in it like that. And for you
Accept the
listeners,
things I
that I
cannot
cannot change. That's
change.
it. Yes, thank you.
The
That is it.
the right to know the change. I have that written downstairs.
Mhm. 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 And I'm not saying that from a sobriety mindset or that because of learning, but that saying fits a lot of ways in life, so that's a little education for y'all listeners. It's not just about for people who are alcoholics, if you will. So the next part was, or did I put my answer in? What's that second part, Mister? Question? Would I change anything?
Do you feel
If you,
like it was justified?
if
No,
you
I
can go back
answered
in,
that.
if you can go back in time.
Right. Um, no, because again, I have to accept the things that I cannot change. If I go back in time, that cuts into the different layers of that have become pieces in my life from one circumstance. It can cut my children out, or it can cut one of them out. It can, so I can't, it's nothing I would want to say to go back in time, and do it differently. Now, if I can go back in time with the information I know and start from back in time when I started with this information, then that would be a difference. But now
Yeah.
to the presently, say if I go by, no, because then that cleans the board up too much, and some people won't be there that I love.
The old saying of "If I knew then what I know
No,
now."
now there you go.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's it, the original ad. That's it. That's it. Hmm.
Respect, respect. Um, if I can go back to change any decision regarding the risks and taking the risks in my life, I think the one that I would go back and change would probably be to complete school during that time where I had the opportunity to. Um, but that's the only thing that I think I would change differently. You know what I mean? I think it could open up a little bit more opportunities for me because never was a dummy, but without having a high school transcript and a high school diploma, you can't do no college. You got to go back and get at least your GED. But so yeah, that would be
Hey,
the only.
no, you just had to sit on that fucking rail. I was there when it happened. You had to sit on the rail. It was Principal Lopez. I remember.
So yeah,
But
man.
yeah, we're not gonna tell them that story. But yeah, I remember. They probably understand it.
But yeah, that'd be the only little thing that I think that I would probably do differently, should I say, as far as risks that I taken to try to make it out here without having one, which I'm doing very well, I would have to say.
I was gonna say,
Besides that,
look at you now.
you know, I know people who got degrees that are not in the same position I'm in, unfortunately. So absolutely, God's plan. Um, what advice would you give your younger self about pursuing success and taking risks?
Shit, my advice would be listening to my mom. I had a lot of "I told you so" moments. I told you. Hey, and we talk about going back and with what we know now. I would
Yeah.
listen to my mama. I'm pretty sure we're gonna tell our kids this later on in life. I told you. Hey, come on now. But that I would listen to my mama because I mean she done lived the life. She's teaching me the mistakes prior to I make them.
Yes.
Because she already been through them.
Because she been through them. See, when
Yeah.
we was younger, we felt like they was trying to control us. But as
Mm-hmm.
adults, we understand that they were just trying to navigate us away from mistakes that they've already made.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand that now.
Stay
Absolutely.
focused and stay away from distractions.
Great advice. Great advice. The original Ed, what advice would you give the old original Ed? The younger original Ed, should I say?
I would have told them that little part, that younger part of your life is only a small portion of your life,
Yeah.
and try not to let it consume you.
Hello. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Hey, before we move on, I want to say I'm proud of Marshall because I met Marshall. He was at his lowest, but like not his lowest, like he had everything he could get. But his lowest like stage and mentally, like he had it all. Anything he wanted, he could get it. And but he had to find something that he loved, and he found it. So I want to applaud you on that, Marshall,
Thank you.
because
Everyone.
he was at the bottom, but he wasn't at the bottom. Like everybody's definition of bottom is different. But yeah, he was at his lowest peak, but
It's like everyone finds their purpose. And once you find your purpose in life, your life becomes a lot more grand. And I want to take this time to take this moment to say anybody that feels less than or feel like they're discouraged or at a crossroad in their life, understand that everybody life and everybody that has breath has a purpose. The
That's
only
right.
reason why you was here is because the divine wants you here.
That's
So
right.
don't ever feel inadequate. Don't ever feel less than. Don't ever feel like your life doesn't have purpose, because your life absolutely has purpose. The most smallest person, the most mediocre job, everything is needed to make this shit run.
Amen.
Yes.
praise the Lord, hallelujah.
You silly.
I'm sorry, I'm going through some shit.
But the advice that I would give to the younger me, man, would be save your money. I'm probably been a millionaire 2-3 times over with the money that I've done made and spent. And that's probably everybody on this panel. We've all probably done made and spent a great bit of money. And don't have much to show for it, because that's the way that we're not trained financial literacy. That's something that is taught. So yeah, man, save money, save your fucking money. I think I could have been a lot further in life had I saved some of them tokens that I've made.
You made a lot of money too. You probably made more money than me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, 'cause you done did some shit. But yeah.
Yeah, man, save some money, bro. Save some goddamn money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cheaper to keep it. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, there you go. That's what my grandma say. There you go. She like, you right when you're right.
Yeah, man. How do you interpret the concept on generational curses in relation to personal growth?
How do you ask it again?
How do you interpret the
Okay.
concept of generational curses in the relation to personal growth?
Okay.
Lady Alva, you go first.
I don't focus on that. I don't even call out. I don't know what I've never said, actually, never thought what generational curses are in my family lineage,
Right.
I know there's things that we inherit, but and with those things, and when I learn that that's part of what's in me, then I make a choice to do something about it and change up the pattern.
Yes, ma'am.
Heal myself from it. But first you got to understand it. And then I have a saying, once I understand it, then I shelf it. And I have categorized shelves where it's going to sit. And that's it.
Respect.
I think I did that concept with because I didn't. My dad wasn't there. My biological dad wasn't there, and so he taught me a lot. Just like what J. Cole said, good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The right news, no, the wrong news is, nigga, you went the wrong way.
Yeah.
So you could
The
go
bad
far,
news
but
is you
you're
went
in
the
the
wrong
yeah,
way.
yeah, the bad news, yeah. So you went, yeah, you could go far, but
In the
you
wrong
head in the wrong
direction.
direction. So
Here,
what I yeah,
Oh man.
yeah,
here's a little
yeah. So
extra
what
tidbit. Go ahead, Bia. When you're done, I'll put it in. I'm sorry.
yeah, so what I like I said this before, what I learned from was I didn't have my biological dad there. And so I interpret that into that, like I said, I'm gonna learn from you, but I'm not gonna do what you did. Like I'm gonna learn what
Yeah.
not to do, I'm gonna learn what not to do from what you did. And you know, yeah, you wasn't here. So,
Yeah.
and sometimes it still bothers me, even though I brush it off because I'm an adult now and we cool. We cordial and everything, like we're good. But I don't ever want my kids to feel like they don't have a father, like they don't
Mhm.
like they can't call. Like we're on a podcast now. My daughter just texted me. I know I don't text you so much. I'm reading it now. Actually, she just texted me. I know I don't text you so much only if it's about money because they got bank accounts now. But she needs $5. Like
Yeah.
$5. Come on now. Yeah. I'm gonna send her 20. But
Right.
but yeah. But like stuff like that. But then being a father to them, they they realized it was like, yo, I don't text that much. Only when I need money. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, I learned a lot from my dad, even if it was right or wrong. I learned a lot from him, and I learned a lot when me and him we touched bases together after I turned 18. Learned a lot from him then. Like, I learned right things to do, because it's okay, and now we good. So I learned that
Mm.
like you can heal wounds.
Yeah. Definitely can heal wounds. Absolutely. I won't take that from
My little tidbit, one line that I just thought of: generational curses, like saying "tag, you're it," and I say, "No, I'm not."
Mm.
you. Absolutely. The original Ed, man. What's your perspective on generational curses, brother?
Yes, you can have generational curses, but you can have people pop in your life that are positive figures that can knock out those curses.
Yes.
You can have complete strangers or mentors from your job, your friends, or something like that, and they could end up teaching you things that you missed out on, or things that you weren't taught, and everything that could change all of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I like what you said. The original Ed. I like that you said that, Ed. Because I think on a previous show, I said that I think it was matter of fact in relations to a conversation that me and you had said had talked about. Also, when I referred to the blood being thicker than water or water, that phrase, that sometimes I done met situations where water is thicker than blood. And we had a lot of controversy on that statement. But when you're a child, you're you don't have no control whenever mom takes you to the family reunion. You know what I mean? That's just your family that you are blessed and bestowed with. But as you begin your adulthood, I think God gives you the family, what I mean, that you actually are able to choose, your tribe, if you will, like I've said on the show before. And when a person finds their tribe, a lot of generational trauma or generational curses can be broken because now you're in a fresh environment. And now
Mm.
whenever you're out of that toxicity, and whenever you're outside of that toxicity, outside of that darkness, that way you can actually flourish. Iron sharpens iron. When you get around people that has the same likeness and mindset as those attributes just enhance in yourself.
Mhm.
Hey, so I wanna say something about water is thicker than blood. That's a true statement, but there's bad blood in you, and then there's good blood. Like there's bad blood, there's good blood. You inject bad blood in me, and there's bad water, there's good water. I drink water out of a lake versus a spring.
There you
Hey,
go.
yeah,
I like
there
how
we
you
have
did
it,
that.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hey,
I love that. There you go, brother. There you go. Yeah, I
hey,
like how you just dissected that
click it.
thing. You
Hey,
know what I
clip
mean?
that.
Clip that. Clip that. Yes, yes. Um, Next time we got some fire shit to say, you know what I'm saying? Clip that is what we're gonna say at the end of it. That way our AI generator will go ahead and generate that clip for our rails. Absolutely, man. Well, AI is a magnificent thing, you know what I'm saying? Clip that.
Clip that. Clip that too.
You know? But moving right along, man. Last question for the day, man. Do you believe in breaking generational patterns? And if so, how can one start that process? I think Lady Alva kind of hit it on that answer with her last answer. Hit it on that question with
Yes.
her last.
Can we do
Yes.
15? Let's do 15.
Do 15. Go ahead.
All right. So, how do you think our upbringing shapes our willingness to take risks for success?
I think it definitely impacts it because I feel like a
Mhm.
person who comes from a very sheltered background is going to be very reluctant to take risks. And I think a person that comes from a more chaotic background may be more enticed to take risks, to try to reach those type of successes, to move away from that toxicity. And a person that was in a sheltered and controlled and safe environment would be more apprehensive to take risks because they don't want, or they feel like that's going to take them out of their comfort zone.
Or in my case, or if you're a small guy and you were bullied a lot, you're going to go through everything you possibly can to make sure it never happens again.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
You're going to
I
put yourself through every possible situation to make sure it never happens again.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Alvin.
Yeah, I think your imagery, if it's of courage, you see imagery people that show courage, effort, and even if something doesn't work out, they pick themselves up and they go at it again. They don't run from it. When you see that, um, that can shape positively your risks and the success factor. Um, and dealing with it with knowledge and wisdom, not just foolishness just because. Um, Also, even if your imagery is not so positive, that can still be it can be a positive with your risk success factors, because you can say, oh no, I don't want that, but you see that imagery that's not so positive, and in your own mind you dig and figure out a way, think about it, a way that it can be positive, or how do I make sure I do these things positively. Mhm. So it's all up to you.
BU,
Hey,
what's your perspective?
I like how you ended that. It's all up to you. My
Hmm.
perspective is it can be both ways because my upbringing, like, I was raised in the suburbs, like, and it's not a hidden thing, like, but I was in the hood too. Like it was both ways. So I learned like the difference between the two. And I had friends in both and everything. Like my upbringing, my stepdad was military. He did everything right, like military people do. He did everything right. But then I go home to Miami and I'm chilling with my uncles, and we in the hood. We smoking weed, like we're chilling. But it's all about what you choose. Honestly, it's all about what you choose, and the willingness is like my household, my stepdad raised me, and like I watched him get everything he said he was gonna do. He did it, no matter what. Like he did it,
Mhm.
and like I was like, I want to be like that man. Like, cause I want everything I want. I want it. I want it. Like I want everything I
Mhm.
want. So I want to be
Mhm.
like that man. And then like I would look at my well, not even my uncles or anything, but they were growing up too at the same time. They're like 8 years apart from me, and I'm like but I'm going and I'm learning what not to do while I'm chilling with my uncles and everything. So it's like it played a part, and it's like oil mixed with water, and then you shake it up, and then it messes you. But that taught me a very big lesson when they left. Well, I keep saying they left me. I had to make a decision whether I stay by myself in North Carolina at 18 years old or move to Hawaii with them because they were leaving, and that put me in a tough situation. I was like, I learned a lot from what to do and what not to do. I got this, and here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. So yeah,
Yeah.
but you learn from both.
You should. You should. And then choose what you want to take and choose what you want to throw away.
Yeah, you learn what to do and what
Mhm.
not to do.
Mhm. Mhm. So while Miss is away, we're going to get into the fun art facts of historical art events on March 29th.
Yes.
1886, Coca-Cola was invented by John Stith Pemberton in Atlanta, Georgia, which heavily influenced pop culture and advertising art. 1974, the Terracotta Army was discovered in China, showcasing the incredible artistry of ancient civilization. 1980, the first Art in the Park event was held in New York City's Central Park. Oh, I didn't know that. Promoting public art displays. 2004, the Mona Lisa was taken on a world tour, marking the first time it left France since World War II. 2007, the Tate Modern in London opened its new extension hosting contemporary art exhibitions. 2012, the famous Banksy artwork, The Girl with the Balloon, was partially shredded during a live auction, creating a modern art sensation. Nice. 2014, the first major retrospective of American artist Richard Serra opened at the Museum of Modern Art in New York. 2017, the Louvre Abu Dhabi, designed by Jean Nouvel, opened, representing a new era in art museums. 2019, the Faces of the World exhibition opened in Paris, showcasing diverse cultures through photography. 2020, the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam launched a virtual tour, making art accessible to everyone during the pandemic. Oh, that was nice. I don't recall that. Now we move on to celebrity birthdays for March 29th. Happy birthday to all you March babies out there. Christopher Walken, 1943, acclaimed actor known for his unique style and roles in films like The Deer Hunter. That's my favorite Christopher Walken film. Reba McEntire, 1955, country music icon and actress with a career spanning several decades. Lucy Lawless, 1968, actress famous for her role as Xena in Xena, Warrior Princess. Eric Idle, 1943, comedian and member of Monty Python. Brendan Gleeson, 1955, renowned Irish actor known for his roles in Bruges, or was that the Burge?
Yeah, yeah,
Bruges,
yeah,
something like that, yeah. And Harry Potter. Y'all know Brendan Gleeson is Jackie Gleason's son, right?
yeah.
I believe so. Nora Jones, 1979, singer, songwriter known for her hits like Don't Know Why.
I don't know why. I love Lord Jones. And what am I to you? Hey, I
Uh-oh.
got put on.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
All
Yeah,
right,
what am I
BU.
to you? Is one of her good songs. I listened to her when I was overseas in Iraq in 2007. No, 2009. And I got put
Nice.
on to her because it was a different mood and it's like it was
Mm-hmm.
different. And I love Nora Jones.
Yeah, she's
She's
an
a
excellent
whew.
artist. Mm-hmm. For sure. And we have Elle McPherson, 1964, supermodel and businesswoman. Panda Bear, 1978, musician and member of the experimental band.
Experimental.
Yeah, thank you. Band Animal Collective. Jesse McCartney, 1987, pop singer and actor known for his work in music and Disney shows. Last but not least, Bobby Fischer, 1943, legendary chess champion. There we go. Happy birthday.
Let's get
Yes,
it.
yes, yes, man. Shout out to all our March birthdays, man. We wrapping up March, man. Our
Mm-hmm.
Aries, baby. Shout out to all the Aries. Before we close
Coming
up out of
up.
here, we're gonna go around the panel and give everybody a chance to say something positive for the people, man. What you got for the people, man? Had me, excuse me, my bad. The original Ed. Shouts out to Poet East Wizard, man. He's shouting you out.
Yes. What's
Oh
up,
yeah, man.
Paul?
You got a poem. You got a poem to do, man.
It's all right.
You got a
I'll
poem. You got
save
a
I'll
It's
poem to
all
save
do.
that.
right.
I'll save that for when we do poetry day. I'm still
Mm.
working on it.
Okay.
When we do poetry day, I'll do that then because it's getting deep, Lady Alva. I hopefully it gives you motivation for your book.
Okay.
Yay!
Thank you. Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
It's getting deep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I did name him poet. I did name him. This is the one you
I was
should
about
talk
to
about,
say,
poet.
I see a poet. Hey, next state, hey,
I,
name it Skeeter
yeah.
Smirk.
I want the original Ed, what you just said, it's okay what you just said because my interpretation of that, because it's actually experience too. Sometimes like it's not supposed to be released yet. If you know and you got more to put to it, or maybe you're not sure, then you just leave it right there until you come to a final confirmation of is it finished or is it not.
Oh no,
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
I think
okay.
it's finished. I think it's finished.
I added a
No,
few
he
more
just
lines.
Oh, you added
mhm,
a few more lines. Okay, okay.
Yes.
mhm.
Oh,
I
okay, okay. He keep
It's
building
called
on to
High
that
School Never. I'll
masterpiece.
tell you the title. It's called High School Never Dies.
High school never
Mm,
dies.
mm.
Ooh,
I
I
like
like
that.
that.
Mhm.
I
Hey,
like
so
that.
hey, poet say we need a snake named Skeet, bruh. Let's get it. I'll invest. Let's get it. I love it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. Hey, look, man, I'm gonna be making a lot of babies, so I gotta have. I probably have
Some
one name after
names,
all.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
one name after all of y'all. How about that?
I'm first. You know, I'm selfish. I'm first. I'm
See, look,
selfish.
he said I'm selfish. I'm first. Y'all know how
Mhm.
BU is. If
Yeah,
BU not first, he
we
ain't going.
hey, what, as long as we know.
Um, the original Ed sound like BU might fit in your poem. High school never dies.
Hey, hey, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
I thought
We got
I came with I came ready with a poem just so y'all know, but
what's
we'll wait.
go ahead. This we closing. That's your
Spin
closing
it out.
statement.
Yeah.
Spit your poem.
Okay.
Spit your poem. Talk your shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let me see. Some of what I write may sound contrite, but it is a story to tell. Expels me from the ringing bells, a musical terror of hell, a polluted wishing well. Drowning in disharmony, cutting through every part of me, are harming to my soul. From experience, like ink to paper, I pour out my spiritual vapors, and still I let my poem cry. Woo! I am a woman, hear me roar, born, sworn in, and torn by some I knew and many at my door, waiting to pervertedly explore. I let my poem cry. It's a part of how I survive. Even in that survival, I was blinded by what I thought was handled. The candle burns at both ends, the one where you begin and the possibility of where you may end. But it all depends on the truth that lies inside, the truth that fools the blind. Woo! Like the vine that twines, disrupted to a building as it climbs, seeping into the mortar of bricks, creating conflict. So the builder must reconstruct, cutting away the vine and redesigning the structural pattern that can battle the heaviness of damage. I let my poem cry. Each tear that drops gives strength to my new I, the reconstruction of my humanity, the transformation of insanity. A new beauty beginning, an absolute winning. What is spinning, I'm dutiful in and ending. The cry can be everlasting, but if we apply it rightfully, it's a tremendous lesson on how to fly. So I let my poem cry. I let my poem cry. And I want to say, I have to shout out, that just gave me a little bit of trembles. I am Adverb, because when you had your poetry roundtable, I was in the audience, and he did a poem like that about a cry. I can't remember the specific title. It might have been I Let My Poem Cry, but I know it said that. And it was like a day or so later that that inspired me listening to that poem, and then I wrote that.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. And I love for you being vulnerable in your writing, you know what I mean? Because I know it takes vulnerability to write something like that, you know. And things that we put on paper allow other people to overcome. So thank you for, sharing us your testimony.
Thank you. Yep. You're
Yes,
welcome.
man. Yes, man. You got something positive for the people before we close up out of here, Lady Alva?
Let your poem cry.
Let your poem cry. Yes, yes. Hey, listen, and for 35 years of my life, I was completely scared of these animals right here. I had a snake phobia. So my positive word for tonight is face your fears, ladies and gentlemen. I was completely scared of these animals. Now I have 10. Face your fear. Face your fears. We fear what we don't know. Fear is only false evidence appearing real. This right here is my adult male. He is going to give me closest to making a black and white snake. He damn near looks black and white. He has a yellow undertone. What I'm trying to get is that yellow undertone removed. So he is one step away from making an all black and white snake. And he is a full-grown male proven breeder. This guy named here is Casanova. He's a pastel desert ghost het VPI het genetic strip.
All right, he's beautiful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Fire.
You gotta dress up with him.
Yeah,
I got something. I just found out the other side of fear. Face everything and run, or face everything and rise.
Face everything
there
and
you
rise.
go. Nice.
I love
nice.
that. I love face everything and rise.
And rise. You got a choice there. You choose.
You choose.
And it should
Be
be the
you,
latter.
man. What you got for the people, man?
Hey, you see it. You are enough.
You are enough.
And don't let the snake choke you.
No, we won't let them choke me. We won't let them choke me. Look, man, we appreciate all our listeners, man. Thank everybody for liking and subscribing. And if you haven't, please make sure you do. Make sure you hit that bell so that you know when we go live. Sometimes we go live in different days. We was doing it on Mondays, on Thursdays, and on Sundays. Now we on Sundays and on Tuesdays and on Fridays, sometimes Saturdays. Listen, whenever our guest is in, whenever it's convenient for the host, this is when we go live, baby. We got a lot of people that's supposed to be coming in, checking us out here in the next few months, man. So you make sure that you don't want to miss that. Also, if you want some discounts, man, we shots out for everybody to look out for us, man. We look out for them. So look, we saving you some money. If you like artists and cookies, if you like sweet tooth like ourselves, listen, you can go over to that Instagram page. Go to the highlight section of our Instagram page. You will find Molly Bees. Molly Bees has some delicious cookies. They come right to your door within 2 to 3 business days. They are very inexpensive, and you're getting a 10% off. Make sure that Art for Change is in the promo on checkout. You get the entire website. The entire website for 10% off. That goes the same thing for Old Glory. You like graphic tees? Are you a big fan person? Listen, you're going to love oldglory.com. Oldglory.com has over 3,000 items. I lied to you. 30,000 items to choose from. You get the entire website for 15% off. Make sure there are for changes in the promo. If you like Patriot water, they give you 32-ounce liter bottles delivered to your door. Delicious oxygenated water, best on the market, right to your door. Fast shipping, 10% off. Art for Change is in the promo. You can find all these discounts on our Instagram page. Just make sure you go to the highlight section. Once you see Molly Bees, click on there. Boom, take it right to the website. Same thing for Old Glories and same thing for Patriot Water, man. For being avid listeners, that's our way of giving back to you. Until next time, baby, don't forget to Art for Change, gang. And we out.
Hey, Poeties Wizard, I see your comment. Thank you for your words of encouragement.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to Poet East Wizard, man.
What's up,
Gotta
Paul?
get pulled back in back on the show with us, man. He'll be here in his free time, man.
Yeah, Poet's busy right now. I talked to him the other day. He's busy.
Yeah, he got a lot of positive things going on in the community, man. And next time he's on the show,
so yeah,
he'll discuss it with us for sure, man. Yeah, man. Let me get my guy put up, man, and I peace and love to y'all. And we out of here.
Peace and love.